Okay, that is it. I've literally had just about enough of this nonsense. Why the heck are you not answering the phone, Jackson? I have already called you a bunch of times. But you seem to have continued to ignore them. You need to call me back as soon as possible. I'm not kidding around here. The wedding ceremony is about to start really soon. Hi, sweet daughter. Is everything okay with you? What's happening out the back of the venue? Is your dress and everything okay? What's going on? Mom, I really don't know what's happening at the moment. Yeah, everything's okay. I'm just trying to get a hold of Jackson to make sure he's okay. Okay, but look, about Jackson's family. I don't see them in their family seats that were put out for them. I really don't think they've arrived yet. I'm really not sure what's going on here, but I have a bad feeling, and I thought maybe you were having some kind of trouble with them, dear? Oh, no, that's not it, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm not in any trouble at all. There's no need to worry about anything right now, so you can just relax for a little while. Are you absolutely sure about that, Sabrina? Well, if you say so, my dear. I just want everything to go well for you today. You know, this is such an amazing venue to have your wedding in. I just wanted to thank some of them for coming today to celebrate you getting married and such what. I'm a very happy person today, my dear. At least before I die, I'll get to see my own daughter in a beautiful wedding dress. I've got no regrets with how this and my life has turned out. I'm really honored to be here for you, Sabrina. Oh, come on now, Mom. There's no need to say something like that. Even the doctor said that there's such a chance of recovery. It's not absolutely 0%, all right? If I could do anything more for you, Mom, I would. I wish that what's happening to you would just stop and that you're able to heal and live more of your life. Hey, it's okay, my dear daughter. You've done more than enough for me. In my eyes, you're the world's most comforting and supportive daughter. Also, I want to meet up with soon. I really wish to them how beautiful my daughter looks today in her wedding dress, the veil, and the super cute heels. Hopefully, everything will come together soon enough. Oh, Mom, you're too kind to be saying things like that. I really do hope that things will work out. I hope that Jackson's family all show up soon. Really? You're still not picking up? Are you kidding me right now? This is outrageous and I've had enough. Answer your stupid phone, Jackson! Are you even seeing the messages that are being sent to you from me? Because every time I send a message through, it looks like you've read it. Are you actually ignoring me? Carol, this is urgent. We really need to talk immediately. Where are you right now? Things are not going so well with me right now. I'm getting very anxious. Oh, Sabrina, sweet child. What's going on? Is everything all right? Do I need to come and get you from somewhere? I'm wondering why you're messaging me for. Are you kidding me? You're seriously asking me what's happening? Don't you think you should know what's happening today? The wedding ceremony is about to start. You all need to hurry up and get yourselves over to the venue right now. I'm not messing around anymore. My family have already gathered for the wedding. Huh? What on earth are you even talking about, silly girl? You sound crazy right now. I thought that you both were going to break off the engagement and everything like that. I'm sorry, what the heck did you just say? Are you telling me that somehow our wedding ceremony has been called off? Where on earth did you hear this? Well, I hate to tell you this, but that's what I heard from Jackson. He said that you both had called off the wedding and that it wasn't happening today. What on earth are you talking about, Carol? This makes no sense because we actually haven't called off our engagement at all, and the ceremony's supposed to happen today.
Hey girls, so what's up with you? I see that you've been leaving me a dozen or so voicemails and texts on here. I guess you want to talk to me, huh?
Oh my god, Jackson! It's about time that you messaged me back. What's your deal, huh? Why on earth have you been ignoring me today?
Hey, I'm just trying to talk to you. Jeez, you really need to calm down, woman. I'm returning your texts now, so what's up?
Are you actually kidding me with this crap right now? What's with your attitude, Jackson? What's your deal, huh? Where on earth are you right now? Tell me!
Okay, you really do need to take a chill pill, lady. I'm allowed to be anywhere I want, so yeah. How are things on your end? What's this desperate messaging all about?
How are things on my end? This has got to be some cruel prank you're pulling right now to stir me up. All the preparations for the wedding have been completed. Do you have any idea what's been going on over here at the venue? You didn't pay any attention to my messages, did you? All the guests and my family are gathering here.
Oh, wow, really? Well, isn't that great to hear? Well, I guess there really is no turning back now. This is crazy that it's happening. Wow, you sound so proud of yourself.
Oh my God, what do you even mean by there's no turning back? What on earth are you talking about? Why do you have this attitude with me for? Just get your butt over here to this venue, quickly now. You know, your mother told me something. Now, what was it? Oh yeah, you broke off the engagement? Jackson, how on earth can you break up an engagement when I had no idea about it, huh? Why are you lying to your mom about something so silly and absurd?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's not a lie, Sabrina. Isn't it obvious? I'm breaking off my engagement to you because it needed to happen.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? Are you bailing on this marriage to me? What on earth for? Why didn't you come to me and talk about it? I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Sabrina. Stop with the hassling. Of course, it's all because I got no reason to marry you anymore. It's just not going to be a good fit for me.
What the heck is that supposed to mean? What do you mean you've got no reason to marry me anymore? Does love not count anymore?
Okay, so I've been doing really well at work lately. The president of the company I work for said that he's got high hopes for me and what business I can bring in for him. He even told me that I'm the perfect candidate for the position that's opening up really soon. I could be a CEO in no time. Isn't that amazing, Sabrina?
But that's literally got nothing to do with what we're actually talking about, Jackson. You've gone off in a tangent. Why are you talking about breaking off the engagement then?
Wow, you really can't understand why I'm breaking off the engagement? Do I have to tell you in such simple terms that you can understand? Wow, you must be so dumb!
Excuse me? Did you seriously just call me dumb when I'm literally not in the know about what's going on? I've had enough of this roundabout talk. Explain your reason to me properly.
Fine, if you must insist. Even though I managed to get a job at this large and critically acclaimed company, all the juniors and incompetent people are more favored. I feel like when I'm working hard and doing my job properly compared to everybody else, there's still no one who appreciates all the things I do. They're seriously all just a bunch of idiots with no vision. It's a waste of my talent to be in such a crappy workplace, all right? I want to quit this company and start my own business. Because I'm wanting to do all these things and change my life, like a lot, this is why I've decided not to get married to you, Sabrina. There, I said it.
Okay, but it still doesn't make any sense to me when you tell me about your plans for your career. I feel like I'm missing something here. I really don't understand what you mean.
Well, I really don't know how much more I can explain to you, Sabrina. This is on you if you can't get it through your thick head. Can you understand this? You know, I'm not surprised that this is so difficult because it's so tough explaining things like this to a fool like you. You make things so difficult.
It's only because I've got to keep provoking you into actually talking to me properly. Do you not understand that, Jackson? I seriously don't understand what's happening right now.
Okay, so your family, they're wealthy, aren't they? You live in a big house that never seems to end and you have a flash luxury car, yes? You've got those things, right?
Yes, I do. My family has worked hard to get those sort of things and deserve to have nice things. What's that got to do with me and us getting married, Jackson?
Could you seriously wait until I actually get to my point? Thank you very much. So, your father died a long time ago, and now your mother is sick and dying, huh? You really want to know why I wanted to marry you in the first place, Sabrina? If we were to get married today, you would inherit a fortune soon, right? You want to know what I was going to do when the time came? I was going to take the money and use it to start my own business, like I should have done ages ago.
What the heck, Jackson? Just hold on a minute there. So, you were actually trying to marry me so that you could get money out of my parents? Is that seriously the reason why you liked me in the first place?
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Why would anyone want to marry a 34-year-old woman who's super strong-willed and stubborn, huh?
I don't get why you're making me into the problem right now, Jackson. Also, you're literally older than me, and being 34 isn't that bad at all. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, unlike women, Sabrina, men actually get more attractive as they age. Our wrinkles don't go as deep, and we don't have cellulite like women do. You need to look at reality, Sabrina. In order for me to start a business, all I wanted to do was endure your family until that bottomless hag moves forward into the afterlife. But at least now I no longer have to do that anymore. What a relief for me, to be honest with you. After all, I'm gonna be the next president of my large company. So, since the beginning of this pathetic excuse for a conversation, I've explained everything in itty-bitty details to you, okay? Do you understand?
Ah, okay. I see what you were planning. Yeah, thank you for explaining this all to me thoroughly. I completely understand now what you were trying to do. You were lost cause.
Well, that explains a lot about me, doesn't it, Sabrina? As expected, I can explain things to fools when they don't understand where I'm coming from. I gave you a live demo.
Okay. I suppose you did. First, I just want to say that I want to show these messages to my guests, family, and other relatives that are here at the ceremony today. Is that all right?
Fine by me, you can do whatever you like. I'm not gonna stop you. Oh, I'm so relieved about all of this, even though this was all just for money. It was still stressful trying to fawn over someone like you when I wasn't even really attracted to you. This really is a huge weight off my shoulders.
Well, I guess that's good for you. I don't know what else to say apart from that, Jackson. Well, I suppose I'll just see you later whenever you want to show your face.
Huh? Later? What do you mean by later? Didn't you get what I just said before? I don't want to see you at all. Wasn't I being obvious before?
Oh, really? Is that so? You just want to cut me off altogether just like that? You really don't want to have anything to do with me anymore? Is that true?
Well, maybe it is true. Maybe you were gonna turn around and ask me to marry you or something? Don't even think about it, all right? Who would marry someone like you? You're so stupid.
Nah, I totally get why you would be so frightened of that thought. I see what you're trying to say. It's so great to hear the whole truth about you coming out now.
Hey, Sabrina! Don't ignore my messages now, do you hear me? I shouldn't have to accept this type of behavior. What on earth are you doing?
Huh? Jackson? Is everything all right with you? You seem tense. I thought you were gone and that you didn't want to hear or see me anymore.
Well, I was just wanted to talk to you about something. I went to call the president of the company I work for. Then I started to panic about what he was telling me. He said that if my actions were to continue like this, that the company's reputation will be ruined and that it'll go under. How could this possibly be true? He's telling me that it's all my fault that the company's gonna fail. I don't understand what's happening, but I bet you do. What the heck have you been doing?
Ah, well, I guess you've already been told about it. I guess that's just what happens when you know the right people in the right places, Jackson.
Okay, you're making me so confused right now, it's not even funny. What the heck did you tell the president of my company? Explain this to me properly now.
Must I really have to do that, Jackson? Fine. But like you said before, it's so difficult to explain things to an utter fool who just doesn't understand how businesses work, right? You seem to have many misconceptions about a lot of things that have to do with me. This is all just a huge misunderstanding on your part, Jackson. You do know that my family isn't that particularly wealthy, right? In fact, we've been struggling financially since I was a kid because we're a single-parent household.
What the heck are you even talking about, Sabrina? Why must you always try and twist things to make everyone feel sorry for you? There's no way that's real. Your family have this huge, newly constructed house, and your mom has that nice, shiny car. Isn't that right, Sabrina?
Well, you've only got half of the story right. She's only got a nice car because I was able to buy that car for her as a gift. She also just looks after her things well.
What the heck, Sabrina? How is that possible? How are you able to come up with the money to pay for a fancy car like that when you said you struggled with money throughout your life?
You probably think I'm lying to you, but I'm just going to come right out and say why I'm able to afford that car. It's because I run a few businesses.
Wait a minute. What did you just say to me? You're definitely lying. That's absolutely insane, and I don't believe for 1 second that's true. You could come up with better lies than that. There's no way that you do, because you just stay at home all day and do nothing. You don't go to work, school, or any type of institution. You literally wear the worst cheap clothing on the market. You wear such plain clothes all the time, and it was so embarrassing to go out of the house with you. You can't have such a huge amount of money in your accounts.
It's only because of my mom's illness that I temporarily entrusted my business to someone else. I'm also living at home for that same reason. Also, my clothes are from a very good clothing boutique, so don't shame me for the clothes I wear. That's so low of you, Jackson. I guess it looks cheap to you because there's no huge brand logo on it.
Geez, okay, but seriously, I still don't get how you could possibly run businesses when you've done nothing productive with your life, Sabrina.
Oh, would you just shut up, Jackson? Do you seriously think that you're the only one in this world that has been remotely successful? Come on, use your brain. My mom had to sacrifice a lot as a single mother. All I wanted to do was to repay her for all the things that she couldn't get herself when I was a child. So what I did was I studied really hard at school, and I worked hard to make my way up the career ladder. To be honest though, I kind of regret doing all that now. If I didn't spend all my time working or studying, I would have been able to spend more time with her. My mom got sick from overworking for so many years. If I spent more time with her and witnessed what she was actually doing and feeling, then maybe I could have noticed her illness much sooner. Anyway, I've got a lot of business owners who I owe favors to. One of them must have known the president of your company, Jackson. Such a small world.
Which leads me into asking you this question. Why didn't you tell me any of this earlier on? If I had known you were so amazing, I would have been more careful with the situation.
Well, to be honest with you, Jackson, it's actually a really good thing that I found out your true colors before we got married. So it's lucky I wasn't so committed to you.
Oh, come on, Sabrina. There's really no need to talk to me that way. If anything, you should be the one to contact the president of my company yourself and clear up this misunderstanding.
Hold on a minute. Are you seriously asking me to do all the running around after you? You're the one who misunderstood who I was as a person.
Well, you should, because you never told me about who you really were and what you did for a living. It's all because you kept quiet about important things. You're responsible for this mess.
Excuse me? I'm responsible? Have you lost your mind or something? You're saying it's all my fault that things aren't going your way. Jeez, you've got some nerve. You're literally the one who called my mother a bottomless hag. How dare you say these sort of things to me? Why should I help someone like you for, huh?
Okay, fine, I take it back. I swear I didn't really mean what I said, and I'm so sorry, alright? Please help me out, okay? I've finally gotten on the fast track to becoming the next president of the company! Help me out, please!
You're seriously wanting my help. Ugh, okay, I'll explain what's going on and tell the president of the company myself what's happening. Give me the contact information.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're actually doing something for me for once. This is all gonna go my way in the end. Please clear up the misunderstanding properly with him. Hey! Answer your stupid phone, Sabrina. We need to talk. Are you seriously just getting back at me for what I was doing to you before or something? Hey, this is getting beyond a joke now, Sabrina. I've had it up to here with you and your ignorance. Why aren't you responding? You've read this message, haven't you? What is this madness? Why are you being so rude right now? Stop ignoring me and message me back, please. We need to talk. It's urgent.
Hey, what's up, bro? What on earth are you talking about? I'm not ignoring you at all. I've just been so busy with talking to other people. I'm not being rude.
Oh, shut up, you stupid woman! How dare you mess me about like this? It's not funny, you know! Don't say what am I talking about. What did you tell the president, huh?
All I did, Jackson, was told him what actually happened. That you called my dear mother a bottomless hag, and I basically said everything else that we talked about.
What the heck, Sabrina? Why on earth would you go and tell him that for? Do you have any idea what this is gonna do to my reputation? What?
Okay, but what I don't get is why you're so surprised right now, huh? I was just saying what you said to me, alright? Didn't you tell me to explain it to him? I said I would clear up the misunderstanding.
That's not what I meant at all, Sabrina! Are you seriously kidding me right now? I meant for you to explain it in a way that would get me the job position that I've always wanted! Are you seriously that much of an idiot that you would actually tell him what I really said? This is unbelievable! You're literally such an idiot, Sabrina!
If anything's to go by right now, I think you're the one who's being a bit of an idiot. Do I have to spell it out for you what I said? I repeated our exact conversation.
And you did that knowing that there were gonna be consequences over what I said! You basically threw me under the bus, Sabrina! The president is furious and is gonna fire me!
Oh, wow, really? To be honest, I feel like that would be the right thing to do since you said so many horrible things to me about my mom. The president is quick to make decisions, huh?
I can't believe how casual you're being about this. This is all your fault that I'm getting fired. I can't have this happen to me. You need to fix this mess.
And look at you, Jackson. You're blaming other people and never taking responsibility for the things you say to people. Your words hurt, Jackson. Just remember that.
I was finally getting somewhere in this big company because it's so difficult to stand out so the president can see you. I was on the fast track to being CEO. And now everything has gone down the drain and through the sewer pipe. I've got to go job hunting now? This isn't a laughing matter, Sabrina.
Well, considering what you said and what kind of power the president has in this town, I hope that you can find a job and be successful in whatever it is you want to do.
I'm sorry. I beg your pardon? What the heck's that supposed to mean, Sabrina? What do you mean that you hope I can get a job in this town after this?
Well, I posted what happened on our group chat, including the screenshots of your messages. Things that were said needed to be shown to everyone.
Excuse me? Are you actually for real? What on earth did you do that for? Why would you do something so drastic? I don't understand.
Because it needed to be done, and I'm not being played for a fool anymore, Jackson. There was no other choice in the matter. I had already announced our marriage. There was no point with this charade of yours anymore, so I had to report that we were breaking up to everyone so they had some peace of mind. No decent company would hire you after something like this.
How can you do something like this to me? All I wanted was your help and you stabbed me in the back. Why would you send anything to the group chat?
Well, I think what I did was better than canceling the wedding on the actual day it was supposed to happen, yes? How dare you leave me at the altar? At least the one thing I got out of this is that I don't have to marry an absolute loser like you anymore. And at least I haven't lost my job or my future.
How dare you talk to me in such a way? You're just trying to get back at me because I ditched you, aren't you, Sabrina? Don't you know how pathetic that is? Whatever. None of this is that much of a big deal to me anymore. I was actually planning on quitting my job anyways, so you've actually done me a favor.
Oh, okay, so now you're talking crap. That's just great, isn't it, Jackson? I suppose you seem just that bit more relaxed now. Such perfect timing. No harm done then.
Ugh, you're so desperate to have me back, aren't you, you little madam? How dare you try and screw me over so much? Can't you leave me alone? You treat me like this and then try to get me fired. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna get rid of your existence, that incompetent president at the company, and everyone else who's involved in this matter.
Okay, but how are you seriously going to go about doing that, huh? How are you even going to start a business in this town? Do you really think people will go to you?
Don't be so cocky with me, Sabrina. It's not a good look for an aging woman like you. I've worked at a large company for over a decade now. I've got some savings, and with my experience on top of that, banks will be willing to lend me a significant amount of cash money. I'll have no troubles at all.
Well, I'm not so sure about that one, as you'll have the engagement breakup compensation and the wedding venue costs that you owe me. It's going to be tough for you.
I'm sorry, we need to rewind a bit here. What on earth are you talking about? What compensation? What venue costs? That's already paid for, isn't it?
Oh, I see what you're doing. You thought I was a dumb, naive woman who lives at home and lets people walk all over me, didn't you, Jackson? You probably thought that I would just give up and cry about what happened to me and played the victim for a long time. Well, too bad, Jackson. I won't give you the satisfaction. I've already consulted a lawyer about all of this, and I'll be sending you a demand letter soon about the payment you owe me. Didn't you read the wedding contract? Canceling the wedding on the actual day means a full refund needs to be given back to the venue, considering the maliciousness of your actions. The compensation will be much higher than the standard amount that people are charged when they cancel at the last minute. I've got you now, Jackson.
Oh, come on, Sabrina. You can't just do something like this to me when I'm going through so much already. That's a bit unfair, don't you think?
Have you thought about what I've been going through? Ugh, all you care about is yourself and your well-being, nobody else's. I'm so glad the wedding didn't go to plan. But now we both have to stand up and pay for what's happened. You were trying to cause as much damage to me as possible, but it's a pity that your plan didn't work.
I had no plan at all! I haven't got a clue what you're talking about at all, Sabrina! You're absolutely delusional! I'm not gonna deal with any of this nonsense!
You've caused me so much emotional and mental damage that it's not even funny. I'll like to see you keep making excuses like this in court later, Jackson. Bye.
No, wait a minute, Sabrina. You're not seriously taking me to court over this, are you? You know deep down that this shouldn't be what you're doing, right? Hey, get back here! Hey, you there! You really need to cut this out right now. What the heck do you think you're doing, Sabrina? You don't need to go this far at all. You can't do this to me.
I'm sorry, who is this? Oh, wait a minute. Is that you, Jackson? What are you even talking about right now? You've not messaged me in over half a year, bro.
Don't you dare say that to me. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I haven't closed a single deal. I'm getting ripped off by all of my suppliers, and a trusted employee is run off with my money. You do realize that I know what you've done. I know that you're the one who's behind all of this happening to me. You've gone way too far now, and I need this to stop this instant.
Whoa, okay. First of all, take a few deep breaths and calm down just a little bit, okay? And second of all, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Jackson.
Are you being serious right now? How can you have no idea what I'm talking about when this was your plan for me all along? Stop playing dumb with me.
No, really, I'm being serious. I really don't know what you're talking about, Jackson. Can't you just explain to me properly what's going on instead of blaming me first?
I mean, you know that I started this company of mine, right? So you thought that it would be great to sabotage me because of it, right?
Well, I always thought that you were just all talk and no action, but you actually did start a business. Like, I really never thought that you would make it happen.
Why on earth are you acting like this, Sabrina? I never thought that you'd be this petty to sabotage my dreams. How could you not know? You've been interfering with everything I do.
What the heck are you on about, Jackson? You're literally not making any sense. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. Seriously, I don't.
Really? Seriously? That's impossible. How can you not know what's been going on with me and my company? Everything's going wrong because you're sabotaging me.
I really don't get why you've bombarding me with messages when I don't have time for this sort of crap, and I'm not interested in you anymore.
But I don't understand how you haven't been involved in what's happening to me. Why has everything gone so wrong? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, if you ask me, maybe you haven't thought about what you've been doing for your own company. You haven't got the skill level to be a successful businessman. You're so bad.
That's not even remotely true! You know nothing, Sabrina! What are you talking about? I was about to become the next president of a huge company if it weren't for you!
What did you just say to me? Are you being serious? What the heck, Jackson? You're even dumber than I thought you were. This is unbelievable.
Excuse me? Don't you dare call me dumb when I'm not! You need to explain to me properly what the heck he is saying and how you're gonna help me!
Why on earth should I help you for, huh? I've got to explain things to you like you're a child, Jackson. You weren't being promoted because you had some sort of magical talent.
What the heck do you mean by that? I'm in shock that you would say something like that to me, especially when I was going to marry you!
Would you just shut up for once in your stupid life, Jackson? You just got lucky with that promotion, and do you know why? Because your fiancé was me. That's right, you were only promoted because you were dating me. Before that, no one paid any attention to you, not even your coworkers. You were even passed over by your juniors. And then, all of a sudden, you get noticed and you're being promoted? Don't you see how suspicious that is? You just didn't see the signs, did you, Jackson? Also, that company that you started, I knew it was going to be a flop because you really don't know how to run a business, do you, Jackson? You failed in less than 6 months. That's got to be a record, don't you think? I can't believe how quickly everything went downhill for you, Jackson. To be honest, I saw it coming, even if you didn't.
How dare you speak in such a way? I was nothing but kind to you throughout this whole thing, and this is how you repay me? Do you think this is how you should treat someone, Sabrina?
I can treat you how I like, considering you're the one who embarrassed me in front of our entire guests at the wedding ceremony that was supposed to happen. You completely abandoned me. That's worse than me speaking to you like this.
None of what you're saying is true anyways. It doesn't matter at all. No one will believe what you say about me. I'm still a good businessman, and I just hit a little bump in the road.
Just leave me in peace. I'm living my own way, in my own world, and you can't stop me, you stupid man who doesn't know what he's doing. I don't care what you do anymore.
No, please wait just a minute, all right? You've heard about my situation that I'm in, and you don't have any more thoughts about how I can get out of it?
What on earth are you saying, Jackson? There's literally nothing more to talk about between us. What you're dealing with now is just how it is, man.
What do you mean? Don't you feel the least bit sorry for me, or even want to lend a helping hand? What am I supposed to do? I can't just be left in this state. Okay, I've explained everything to you. You know exactly what's going on, right? Is it all right if you lend me a little bit of money to get me out of this situation? About $50,000 should do it. Actually, no, I miscalculated that. I actually don't need that much money. About $30,000 should be sufficient. So it would be really good if you could lend it to me, okay?
Huh? Are you seriously kidding me right now, Jackson? You think that I would give you any money after what you did to me? Are you for real? You've literally lost it. There's no way that I would trust you with any money. I would never see that money again, and you know it too. Don't be so ridiculous.
But please, Sabrina, I really need your help with all of this. I'm in such a mess because of this business and with some bad people as well. I don't want to be beaten up or shoved in front of oncoming traffic.
What the heck are you talking about? Are you involved with some gangs or something? Do you owe people money? If anything, that's on you, Jackson. There's absolutely no way that I want to be in this mess when things turn upside down. I want to be as far away from you as possible. Stay away from me.
Oh, come on, Sabrina. It hasn't gotten that bad yet, but please, I need at least some assistance. It doesn't have to be that much money, and I will pay you back, I promise.
You are literally the worst human being I've ever had to deal with. I'm not giving you a single cent. You should have thought through your situation better, Jackson. Leave me alone, Jackson. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Stay away from me, my family, and my friends. Don't call me or text me. I'm blocking you now. Goodbye.
No! Sabrina, wait! Please come back! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to do all those horrible things to you! It was all a mistake! Please help me! Come back! Answer me! Please pick up! I can't do this without you! Look, I borrowed money from the gangs, and I need to pay it back to them as soon as possible. Otherwise, they could literally do anything to me. My life is literally on the line here, and I really need your help. I didn't mean to do what I did at the wedding ceremony. I know it was the wrong way to do things, and I'm really sorry. You really need to unblock me and read my messages.
Hey Mom, I thought I would message you to see how you're feeling and how things are going with you. I've noticed recently that you're getting a lot of color back into your face. Hello, sweet daughter of mine. Oh, really now? Well, I've recently been wanting to eat a lot more food, so I have been. I've been able to move my body a lot more as well. The doctor said that I've gained a lot of my energy back, and they praised me for getting more exercise and eating more nutritious food. I feel good, Sabrina. My immunity and recovery ability are completely different than before. My illness isn't always in the front of my mind like it was before. Wow, Mom, that's great to hear. What's made you change how you feel, Mom? You've been so passive with fighting your illness up until now. I know I have, yes. That's very much a given. I don't know. I think maybe it was that evil ex of yours that called me a dark old hag who's about to die changed my look on life. Now I feel like I can die with happiness now that my mindset has changed about my sickness. That damn man. Next I see him, I'll beat him to a pulp. I'm sorry, my dear. I know I shouldn't speak that way of anyone, but he was cruel, and I'm so glad that he's out of your life now. Sorry, I'm also running late. I'll see you soon. No problem, Mom. You can talk about him how you like, because he was such a jerk. I'm glad you've gotten stronger, and I'm proud of us for getting through this. After that whole situation, Tina then surprised the doctor more about how she was feeling. She showed incredible resilience and was able to overcome her illness with ease and a change in mindset. It must have been all the energy from how Jackson talked about her that made her so determined to stay alive. Maybe it's better to be grateful that Jackson said those things to her. Otherwise, she might not be here today. Also, as for what happened to Jackson, the gangs he was financially involved with showed up at his front door recently. After 2 hours of being holed up, the police were called. Even though he was able to escape their clutches temporarily, this only made them more angry and added fuel to the fire. Jackson had no choice but to ask his parents for some help with his mess. But after what he did to Sabrina at the wedding ceremony, they had lost all patience for him and rejected his request. He was eventually caught by the gangs and has been missing ever since. The gangs were very honest and reported the incident. Later on, they told Sabrina, "He is still alive, poor thing." She was too scared to ask more. It sounds like he barely made it out alive.